Okay, so I'm going to try to make this as short and sweet as possible. It's kind of a complicated process, so I will try to simplify it as much as I can. You can also go to YouTube if this doesn't do it for you, and you can Google search, or excuse me, you can search on YouTube or search on Google iOS 14 aesthetic, like how to, or something along those lines, and it will give you some videos to watch as well. That's what I did. The only thing with that is they're all pretty long. They're all like 20 minutes or more. So hopefully I can get this one to be pretty short. Okay. First things first. There are a couple things you need to know before you start organizing stuff. The first one is with the new update, iOS update, you can add what are called widgets, and those are these things. This thing's a widget, this thing's a widget, and this thing's a widget. And you can have different sized widgets, and you just hold your screen down, make the apps all jiggly, and then you go down, and this is where you can add all widgets. And then you can add a small one, a medium one, or a large one, which the large one takes up a lot of space, so I personally don't like that one. Anyway, so the only problem with the widget thing is they're all pretty boring, the ones that come on iOS. And so you'll have to download some outside apps in order to make them like nice and cute. One of the apps I downloaded was Color Widgets, which is this. And basically I'll show you this in a second. The other app I downloaded was Widgetsmith, and I'll show you this one as well. So that is how I got my widgets, basics. How I got my apps the way they are is they are actually not apps. They're shortcuts. So the kicker with these is that because they're shortcuts, I'll show you, watch. I'll click on it, and it takes you the shortcut, and then it takes you to the app. So it's kind of annoying in that way. I don't really mind it. It doesn't bother me at all. But like I'll show you here. See how it just takes you to the shortcut, and then it takes you to the app you want to go to. So if you don't like that, then you might not want to actually like do the app situation. You might just want to do widgets. So like this page is like the apps I use the most. And then this page, it's like for functionality, like it's still like cute. I have this widget here and this one here, but I still have my other apps like in a more functional way. And I didn't want to like create new ones for that. So, anyway, basically what you have to do is you have to create a shortcut for the apps that you want to make all pretty. And my first suggestion, well, first of all, with iOS 14, they have this new thing called App Library. So what you'll need to do is as you create apps for these, you'll want to do remove app and then move to App Library just to get it out of the way so that you don't have like multiples, like duplicates. So I don't have this Facebook and then another Facebook, my actual Facebook app over here, if that makes sense. Okay. So how to do it. First of all, let me show you how to make the apps. So to make the apps, all you do is you do a shortcut. So what I would suggest doing is going to Pinterest and creating some sort of an aesthetic that you want. So like I did an aesthetic Pinterest where I just like saved a bunch of stuff, a bunch of colors. This is kind of the aesthetic I was going for. And then I just kind of looked through those. And then I don't know if you guys know this, I just learned this. What you can do is if you want to save it, you just click on the 3 dots and download image, and that will save the image that you have, okay? So in order to get those app icons that I have, you'll either need to make them or you'll need to download them. So what I did is I just literally searched free app icons, and I went to this page right here. And I just downloaded the ones I wanted. So like here, I just hit add to photos, and it would save as a photo. And then, so I will show you like with Messenger. So for example, I'm just going to go to shortcuts here. I'm going to go to all shortcuts, and then you're going to add a shortcut, add action, scripting, open app. And you're going to pick the app you want. I'm just going to say Messenger app because I have that one. Then you're going to click on the 3 little dots here and go add to home screen. I'm going to name it, so Messenger. And then you're going to click on this little picture right next to it and go choose photo. And then I have the Messenger app. Oh, there it is. Choose that, add, and then I'm also going to name it here. Oh, that's true. I did already make one of those. I'm just a mess. Okay, and then there it is. So like I said, it's not the actual Messenger app. So if you can see here, my Messenger app is here, but this is my shortcut that I made. So it's going to be a shortcut, whereas contrasting with, it just goes straight to the app. So if that bothers you, maybe don't make your apps all fancy. The other thing with these fancy apps that I've made is they won't show you notification bubbles, which honestly doesn't bother me because I think they're annoying anyway. But if that's something that you like on your phone, like you can see here, I have an email, an unread email. But if I go over here to my Gmail over here, it doesn't show the notification. So like I said, for me, it doesn't bother me because I actually prefer it that way anyway. Because I'm OCD like that. But if that is something that you need, then you might not want to do that. Okay, moving along to widgets. So like I said, there's 2 different apps that I used. There's a lot. You can just, if you go to the App Store and just go to widget, just type in widget, there's a bunch you can find. So for Widgetsmith, this one is nice. So basically, there are 3 different types of widgets. I think I said that: small, medium, and then large. So we'll create a new small widget. So for the only thing that will be there, it will be like this right here, but it'll be like for all of them. So these are ones I've already made. So you'll just click on this, click on it again, and you'll decide what kind of widget you want. So like time, date. Most of mine in the Widgetsmith one are just photos, but they have more down here. Some of it costs money, so like the weather widgets cost, so obviously I'm not going to do those because I'm cheap, but so I'm going to click photo and then click down here to select photo, choose photo, and I'll just do this one. And then I'm going to rename it to Breathe. And then basically all you'll do is you'll hold this, hold this down, add. You're going to scroll down here to Widgetsmith, and it's the small one, so I'm going to add that. And then I'm going to hold this down. I'm going to get out of that, hold this down, edit widget, small one, and I'm going to click the one I chose. Boop. And there it is. Okay, so does that make sense? I'm going to take that one off. Oh man, my thing's got all messed up. Hang on. Okay. Next thing is the color widget one. So basically with this one, all you do is you click on one you like, you go edit widget. Well, if you see one that you like, you should just download it because that's going to be the easiest, but I wanted to make mine the way I wanted to. So I'm going to scroll back up here and I'll show you how I did that. So click here, go edit widget. You can decide which size you want to do. For me, I did this size. You can kind of change it like this, or you can add a photo. So like, for example, I just made mine that. And yeah, and that's all you do. So then you set widget and it'll change it for you right there. And there are like how-tos on there that you can do. In fact, I'm actually going to change mine to a different font. Because with this one, I think you can only have one. So I like that font. And then it just changes it. Oops, I forgot to save it. Hold on. Mine's up here. Oh, see, you can add another one right here. Okay, see, I didn't know that. Good to know. See, I'm learning things every day. So if I click here, you can make it a photo only widget here too, but I like the actual. Okay, so then set widget, and it's updated it for me. So does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Like I said, if you need extra help, you're welcome to DM me, or you can go Google or search on YouTube iOS 14 stuff. But it's pretty easy. It is time consuming. I would suggest first figuring out what your aesthetic is, next getting app icons. That really is the thing that took me the longest. Oh, last thing really quick, you may have to design your own app icon. So like for this Google Maps one, I had to design my own, and I used an app called Canva. Basically what you do is you're gonna go Instagram post size, blank, and you're gonna edit the background, images, camera roll, sorry. And you're gonna wanna search for just a plain colored background that you want. So you could have the same color, or you could have a group of colors that you found on Pinterest or whatever. But that was the color that I chose. Obviously I cropped it, so it's a little bit different. And then you're gonna go to add illustrations and say I wanted to do the Target app. So see how some of them have crowns, some of them have say free. So I'll just do that, and I will just change it because mine are all white. So then you're just gonna go done. You're gonna hit save. And it'll save to your camera roll. And then you can just go here. Yep, and there it is. And then you'll be able to use it for your app backgrounds or your widget stuff. So anyway, hopefully that was helpful.